Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft, and if you've watched my last video, you would know I recently got my hands on a brand new gaming rig, and I can't stress enough how obsessed I've been, to the point where I've literally spent 2 hours just looking at some random block textures. So I just had to dedicate this entire video to showcasing some of my most epic Minecraft worlds, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. This is just an entirely new level of Minecraft. So without further ado, let's begin today's adventure. Now guys, we are going through the list in no particular order, because honestly I can't even decide which Minecraft worlds look best, so I'll let you decide in the comments. But right away we're going to start off with one of my favorite builds of all time, which was actually my 1 million subscriber special. So guys, seriously, I don't know, just brace yourselves, because this is the remastered orc themed nether portal. Okay, boy, I don't know what to say about this other than it's absolute insanity. I used to think those Minecraft texture videos were a complete myth. Like seriously, I thought they would just get a random image from Google and just overlay it onto Minecraft. So I never actually thought I'd be able to see my Minecraft worlds in this kind of setting. So as of right now, I'm actually using the complementary shaders as well as a Patrix texture pack. And I have to say, this has to be one of the best texture packs I have ever seen. Bear in mind though, I did pay for the 256x resolution, but you can still get the 32x for free without actually sacrificing your FPS. Now, I definitely had to put things to the test with one of the darkest builds I've ever done, which was actually the Stronghold's transformation. I mean, there is basically no form of lighting whatsoever, and this is where things can get a little bit questionable. I mean, most shaders are just way too dark for this kind of setting, which is not necessarily a bad thing when you're playing survival mode. I mean, that is if you don't mind being terrified with literally every step you take. But then again, when it comes to making videos, it's really just not that practical, which is why I still think the complementary shaders is a much better option. Not only is it not as dark, but it's also incredibly customizable. Like honestly, there is just an absolute ton of settings which are pretty much self-explanatory. And just like the SEUS shaders, you can still get that volumetric lighting for that extra creepy vibe. Right guys, so let's move on from the dark and terrifying to a place of peace and tranquility. This next remastered build is another one of my favorites, and let's see if you guys can spot one of the most notable changes, provided of course by the shader pack. So here is the Oriental fantasy themed valley. Okay, so if you haven't noticed already, the complementary shaders also has this really cool option which basically allows you to cover everything in snow. I mean, I don't know much about the technicals, but this seriously works really well, even when using a texture pack. And now I'm just gonna randomly show you this close-up shot of this wall because it just looks so good. I know, dude, this has been my life for the past week, you know, just staring at random Minecraft blocks. But seriously, we've already taken a look at the desert wastelands, the dark forbidden caves, and the snowy mountaintops, so I think it's time we take a deep dive into the ocean, where these shaders seem to do a really spectacular job. So guys, this is the lost city of Atlantis. Now guys, we did flood Atlantis with a gigantic tsunami not so long ago. I mean, I think it was about 9 months ago, but still, I'm so glad we did this because honestly, it just looks insane. I do have to say though, I think the SEUS shaders has a much higher quality, but unfortunately, just like those dark caves, as soon as you dive deeper into the ocean, the visibility becomes close to none. So yeah, it might not be the best option. I mean, it's definitely much more realistic, so if you prefer realism, then just go for it. But just make sure your PC doesn't explode and take down an entire city. So anyway guys, next up on the list we have another project which is actually my second most popular video. So I thought it would be fun to try and recreate the exact same trailer as the original release, to at least get a side-by-side comparison. And of course we also have the reflective hall right at the end, which has to look quite interesting with shaders on. So guys, here is the remastered Halls of Reflection.
You were not prepared. Our homes, our cities, and our sacred places. And so you came to me, nothing remaining of you but rage and determination. And you learned that the things that once tormented you could give you power.
Okay, so obviously this is a huge improvement, not just with the shaders and the texture pack, but also the fact I'm recording this in 4K resolution, even though, as you can imagine, rendering every scene in this video has taken way longer than I thought it would. But the rain in particular looks way better than the default version, especially with the rain puddles across the floor. I did although change the white stained glass in the hall to ice, just because it doesn't really work well with this texture pack. Just bear in mind, because I'm using the Patrix texture pack in this video, doesn't mean I'm going to be using it in future videos. I just really wanted to see an upgraded version of these Minecraft worlds. Now if we do head over to the Woodland Mansion, this world in particular actually looks completely haunted with this texture pack. I mean, if we were to make some minor changes, maybe turning down the lights, adding some cobwebs and broken down walls, I'd say we're pretty much all set for Halloween. But either way, I still think this looks pretty amazing, despite the added creepy factor. Now guys, I've put together this compilation of all of my other Minecraft worlds which I know you guys wanted to see, and I wanted to let you know that you can still get your hands on every single one of my Minecraft worlds since 2012 over on my website, but I've decided to get rid of the USB drive because unfortunately we can't keep up with demand, emails and shipping. So instead, I'm going to be moving all of my Minecraft worlds over to my Patreon, as well as a new website where you can download them digitally. In other words, this is your last chance to get your hands on the USB drive. Once we run out of stock, they will be gone forever. But if you do decide to join the Patreon, you will get access to exclusive rewards, all of my Minecraft worlds, and access to the Patreon-only Discord chat. Even if you don't want to join the Patreon, you can still join the Discord server for free, where we do share video ideas, take part in competitions, and possibly even participate in future videos. To top it all off, I have this huge announcement to make that has literally been in the works for, guys, seriously, almost 3 years now, and it's going to be absolutely insane. So please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.